Good day. This is Letitia with Soul Spread Wisdom, and I want to share another series of ancestral dreams that were really important to me. And this is really just recently, a couple of weeks ago. I was in so much pain under my breast. It was my rib area on the right, and the pain went all the way around to the back on my right side. I was in so much pain. I just randomly woke up one morning with this pain as I was getting out of bed. And, I had been eating a vegetarian diet since May, the end of May this year. And so, I wasn't eating any meat, but I was not as active as I had been. But so I was eating, the Beyond Meat burger patties and eating bread and cheese and so forth. So the Beyond Meat burger patty tastes so good. And, when I was eating meat, that's something that I really loved, was burgers and chicken and this sort of thing. So, I felt like I was on the good side of things pretty much. And so I woke up in that excruciating pain. So by day 3, I was praying really for some answers. Like, it was so bad that I was wondering, do I need to go to the emergency room? Because I don't know what is going on. So I fell asleep. I was doing some studying, and I fell asleep. And while I was asleep, the ancestors showed me in a dream, in my kitchen, I had a blue bowl with some raw spinach and water in it. And immediately I knew that the ancestors were prompting me to go raw to heal my body. And I did. And it's been now almost 2 weeks. But let me tell you, so this was 2 Sundays ago. So it hadn't been, so this coming up Sunday will make a full, 2 weeks. It'll make a full 2 weeks this coming Sunday. So I started doing that. I started just making green smoothies. I had, interestingly enough, I had all the stuff here. I just wasn't doing it. And so I started making the green smoothies. And really, that's mainly all that I was doing. And I would just walk down the street and then walk back up. But I'm telling you, after 3 days, I could tell a marked difference in my body. So I'm drinking water and with lemon, just cut up a lemon in it, or just pure water. And then make the smoothies. And then that was pretty much it. And some salads. Like, I would have the smoothie in the morning, green smoothie in the morning, and then a salad in the evening with no cheese, no dairy, nothing like that. And then I would make my dressing. I would make like a vinaigrette with vinegar and olive oil and some salt and pepper. And so I continued on. And then yesterday, I was feeling so exhausted and so tired. And I realized that I was not getting enough calories. And I was thinking, like, I don't want to go back to cooked food. What can I do? But I was so tired. And I just, closed my eyes and I went to sleep. And as I was asleep, the ancestors showed me some clear jars. I was in the kitchen with some clear jars, and I had put like some greens in them, some leafy greens in them. And immediately when my eyes opened, I knew that they were talking about sprouts. So I started researching how to sprout vegetables, and it is so quick and so easy. So I came in here and I got my brown rice that I had, and I got my I had some beans, some dried beans, bulk dried beans, bulk pinto beans, bulk black beans, black eyed peas. All these are dried, and they can all be sprouted. And so when you are eating raw vegan, of course, you're not going to boil the beans. So if you sprout the beans, which it takes 2 days for them to sprout, if you sprout the beans, then you can eat them like that. You put your seasoning on it and everything, and you can mix it in with your salad or your other veggies. And then you have the protein that you need to give you strength. Well, in the meantime, so those are sprouting right now. And I just took what I had here, glasses and some bowls to do the sprouting with. Very simple, clean water. And then I had some oats, some whole oats. So I took those oats and just put them in some water. And I was able to eat those this morning. So they weren't cooked. And I ate those oats this morning and drank my water, my lemon water, and I felt so refreshed and so renewed. And last night, to give me strength, I ate just a big heaping bowl of vegetables, which they were frozen, but I did not cook them. I did not warm them. I let them just come to room temperature. And then, so I had carrots, I had snow peas, green beans, onion, raw onion, squash, and so forth. Just lots of green vegetables, okra, sliced okra. And so I seasoned them up, put a little olive oil in it, and ate that. And it was so good. And this morning I felt so refreshed, so strengthened. And I ate the oatmeal this morning, and I went for my walk, and I felt so good. I felt so full of energy. And so I mention all of this to say that, on this journey, our ancestors will guide us. And for me, as these two examples, they guided me through dreams. They spoke to me to help me with my health. Because that's the most important thing. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So, like I said, my body is feeling so much better. I don't have that pain that I had before when I started a couple of weeks ago. And I feel that I'm just getting stronger every day. And I'm at the beginning of this journey, but I trust it. I trust that this is the right journey for me. And I looked in the mirror this morning at my body, and I could see where I have lost some. I could see where my body has gotten smaller, in particular with my love handles. I could see where they have gotten smaller. So, and it's not about losing weight for me. It is about being healthy. But in order to be healthy, I need to lose the weight. That's just the truth of it, because I won't be able to walk my path and do my soul's journey if I don't have my health, and this is for me a commitment for me. This for me is self-love. This for me is being honest with myself and not being swept up in the idea of, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter your size and this and that. When I think about my body, I think about, being overweight. And I've always been an overweight person. I have had times in my life where I went vegan for 6 months, lost the weight, and then I was triggered emotionally about something, and then started back eating as I was before. But this time is different. And this time is different because it is tied to my ancestors. It is tied to me honoring my legacy and honoring my ancestors by taking care of my body so that the work that I do, the things that I do can be a blessing to my ancestral heritage and to my lineage, to leave a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. And the only way to do that is to start with my health. That is the first thing, because if your health is not right, you can't even think clearly. So, like I said, I have always been overweight most of my life, even as a little girl. But people will say, oh, you are so pretty, you got such a pretty face. And so I just, accepted it for the most part. And then the times that I did lose the weight, it was so that I could be more socially acceptable, or so that I could, be more sexy and so forth. And so, but this go round, it is absolutely not about that, but it is about all that my health can bring me, what doors, what strength, what revelation, what wisdom will be brought to me as I am on this journey to restoring my health completely. And as I was working with those sprouts this morning, just, running the water through my hands and working with them, it brought me to this idea, like understanding that these beans and this rice will sprout on its own, and all it needs is water. Like it has what it needs internally to be able to do what it's supposed to do. And everything in this creation is made up of the same material. It's made up of the same connection with the divine. So I was thinking, the same for me, the same for us, the same for you. If it is that you are here on the planet internally, you have everything that you need. You have your own remedy for whatever the issue is inside of you. And so just thinking that these beans and this rice will sprout and come to a state that releases more nutrition and releases more vitamins and nutrients and strength for my body is amazing to me. And so in the same way, as I move forward with my health and align myself with the health and everything the way that it was meant to be, surely I will have more wisdom, more strength, more creativity, more insight, able to birth more into this earthly realm as I align myself with the divine. And that for me is starting in this area of food and health. Well, I thank you so much for listening. I hope that this helps somebody who hears it, inspires you, and brings you strength. And I send you love, big love. I send you big light. Ase 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 O.